Is it going?
Yeah, it's going.
It's going. All right, guys. So the next thing we're going to do with this is we're going to use this, even though we could use it as a wall, right? Or we could use it as a roof. We're going to actually use this as a floor. And in order to use it as a floor, we can't have it flopping around like that. So we're going to kind of create a base for it, okay? And the base is going to be kind of close to the same shape that we've got here. So all I'm going to ask you guys to do is to just sort of create an exact copy of it above itself. So I'm going to go ahead and just, cut an exact copy of it. So that thing won't see it if I don't do it in pen. So here goes. So I'm going to cut this exact shape. Oops. All right, and I'm going to use that for the base for this first one. So try and do this as quickly as I can because I don't want the video to get too long. I don't want you guys getting any more bored than you already are. Pull it off your gourds. I would pick one you want. Oh, and guess what? You guys will hear me complain and moan every time I have to go to a meeting, but I have another meeting after this.
Boycott.
I wish. Every time honestly, I get nervous to go to the division office because every time I go down there, I get in trouble. I say something that's not acceptable or I'm politically incorrect, and next thing I know, I'm like in trouble. Oh, I just have to be nice and quiet when I go down there. All right, guys. So we've got this here, and that's all recorded. So one of these days, I do. I honestly, I really like my dean, but I piss her off a lot. She's a good person. She's a student-centered person, and that's the kind of people that we need. So, and I'm not just saying that, she is. Okay, so this thing's going to sit kind of over top of this base one that I've just made, and what we're going to do is we're going to cut a little strip that we're going to put inside of here that's going to keep that upper level flat. Okay, so how long was this? Do you guys remember? 1.5. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut a little strip that's smaller than that. If I cut a strip that's 1.5, it's going to look like that, right? But if I cut a strip that's like 1 inch, it's going to look more like that. It's going to have this angle right here. And so all I'm going to do with that is over here, I'm just going to measure 1 inch, and I'm going to cut a strip. So I'm drawing, you don't have to draw these, but I'm drawing them just because I want the darn camera to pick it up. So that's about a 1 inch strip right there. And cut that. And all that I'm going to do with this is I'm going to use it to sort of hold up that upper floor that we have there. Okay? I'm going to keep it relatively small. I don't want to make it huge. But what I'm going to do is kind of make it into this like V shape so that it sort of sits underneath here. If you guys stand up, you can see what I'm going to do. I'm going to kind of show you where I want the V to be. So remember, this skinnier part's kind of coming up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this V shape that goes something like that underneath there. Okay? So I make it about that long. This has to be 90 degrees, so I have to be very careful when I kind of fold that. And this is all approximate. This is not like very precise. So, but I can draw it in like this. All right, so there's that length, about like that. And then I need a length about like that. So here, I'll cut that off. Oops. Okay, so that fold has to be 90 degrees. So I marked it using my triangle. And I'm just going to make a little slice through it to sort of bend it. It goes like that. And so it sort of fits like right there where I drew those lines. Okay, so this is going to be our first use of our cyanoacrylate or cyanoacrylate glue. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to glue this to this. So all I'm going to do is put a little bit of this glue kind of in a wiggling pattern like that. Not too thick. Right? Now you have to be careful because as soon as you put this stuff onto here or onto here, it hardens. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually hold this away and I'm going to put some on that surface there. And then I'm going to line these two up. Like that. And once I do that, a little bit of pressure, it should be locked in. Oh, look at that, it didn't work. You know what, this glue, it might be getting old. Yeah, that happens. So I'm probably going to have to go get a new glue bottle because it's probably from last year. It should just harden instantly. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Made me look like a fool. Okay, so then the other thing I need to do is I need to kind of put this little V shape underneath here, right? And I'm going to kind of fold this back and put it like on here like that. So I'm just going to hold it on there and put a bunch of the glue here. Sometimes it works better with the dropper. That's in, that's done. So now when I do that, it gives me this nice, rigid, solid base. Now one of the things that's important is when you sandwich this down, make sure that there's no light. Like, I'm going to see if the camera can see that. If I go like that, there's light under it. You see that? And if I go like this, there's light under it. But at some point, when it goes perfectly flat, there's no light between the two pieces. And so all you got to do then is just put a little bit of glue in there. Make sure it's laying flat. And I guess just a little spray. Gotta really keep these things apart. Okay. There it is. And it's pretty rigid, you know. Holds up good, doesn't it? All right. Okay, so have at it. Go ahead and make that part. It'll be up here for you guys to review. Go ahead and stop.